I think the ability to write code, at least to some extent, is a really empowering and important skill to have in the modern world. Now, you don't have to be a professional developer. I'm certainly not a professional developer, but the ability to automate things in your life and to just write little programs to do things here and there is super, super empowering. And I'm always in favor of more tools and services that make this accessible to more people. I'm a huge fan of Apple shortcuts for the iPhone, iPad, and Mac that lets you automate things on your devices. And I'm a big fan of using ChatGPT and other large language models to help improve your code, to explain code to you, and as I'm going to show today, actually help me write code for a real-life feature that I'm adding to a website. So I am not a professional developer, but I know enough code to be dangerous. I can do the things here and there, but I'm often Googling around, finding Stack Overflow links to examples that I can use, that I can copy-paste, I can tweak to my liking, and I tried to do that with this feature for hours. I could not figure out how to do it, and I'm going to use ChatGPT to do it really, really quickly on video, and I'm going to ship this to production before this video goes live so you can actually see it and use it and see that it actually works. But yeah, let's take a look at the screen share and I'll give you an idea for what's possible. So I've got a website here called Quick Reviews that you can customize with different color schemes and everything. But the idea is that you write a review and then you can drag in an image and publish it however you'd like to social media or whatever. But it would be really cool if I let users just kind of copy an image, like from another website, paste it, and have it show up here, which currently is impossible. So let's use ChatGPT to try and figure that out. So the first message I've got here is very basic. Let's just see how we detect when someone's pasted anything onto my site. So how do I detect when someone pastes something anywhere on my website and then log a message to the console when they do? So let's see what ChatGPT comes back with. So they kind of explain what it's doing when add event listener for the paste event on the document or specific elements. Here's an example, listens to the whole document. So perfect. There we go. So they have this very basic thing, and then you can modify this code with information about the event. Let's just do the basic one they gave us first. So let me open my project. This is poster.js, which is where I have all my logic for what the poster does. This code makes it so you can drag and drop. And let's just paste in down here. So document add event listener for paste, and then log someone pasted something. So let's save this and let's go over to quick reviews. Let's reload. And I have something on my clipboard already. So the console's down here. Let's paste. Hey, someone pasted something. So I was able to paste and detect that someone did. If I do it again, it should log it, to again. So cool. So right now, I am logging when someone pastes onto the website, but that doesn't really do anything, right? The next thing I want to do is only do this when it's an image file. How do I, or now only log to the console if the pasted file is an image. Oops. And so this is one of the cool things that you can do is that it remembers your previous parts of the conversation. You can build on it. So it knows what I just asked it to do and it knows what it gave me. And I said, okay, now change it in this way. So now it's basically saying the same thing, but it's adding kind of this if statement. So it's going to look at the code or like what's being pasted and then do a thing. So we're going to minimize this so we can get back to my files. Oops, let me just go ahead and replace what it gave me previously. So it starts similar and then add some more. So I'm not even going to check it right now, but I'm just going to run it and see what happens. So reload the page, nothing in the console. I have text selected right now. So if I hit paste, nothing happens, nothing's in the console. But let's go ahead and copy this image, select my window again and paste. Okay, now it logged someone pasted an image. So I'm properly detecting the difference between someone pasting text and someone pasting an image. So, okay, so now we have logic that is detecting it's an image. Okay, so now what I want to do, and this is where we get into like, I know what I need to do. So I can kind of, it's not just doing it for me. I know what I need to do so I can tell it what to do. Okay, so now we're capturing the image and we are just logging to the console that it happens. Okay, now base 64 encode the image before, good Lord, before logging to the console. So I want a base 64 encode, which will make sense later. I need to save this as text, basically to local storage. But okay, it's like, all right, I can do that for you. So we're going to add the file reader API to read the contents of the file as a data URL and then extract the base 64 content. So okay, so now it's kind of doing the same thing it was doing, it's just adding on. So it's loading up file reader, it's running this function on load, and so it's someone pasted an image, and then it's going to do the base 64 thing. So okay, let's see if this works. So copy what I had already, paste in the now longer one. Let's just save it and bring it up here, reload again. We're gonna minimize here, hide that so we can get back to our images. And so I should have text on the clipboard right now. So paste, doesn't do anything. Copy the image, paste, and okay, the console is very long. Someone pasted an image. Here's the whole thing. Okay, so that's pretty significant, but that's what you would expect from a base 64 encoded image. Lots of text. One more step. So the way this website works is I actually use local storage. So let me pull up the whole console here. And basically under application, we have this, and I can zoom out a little bit. But basically, I store everything that you see here, everything that's reloading every time. I'm saving it to local storage so that you can kind of have this. But one of them is poster image. And so that's URL, open parentheses, data.image / whatever, and then base 64, and then so there it is. So what I want to do is now I want to save it to this local storage thing with this formatting. So if I look at what this is, and this is where we're really into the weeds, I'm sure a lot of you are going to drop off now. It starts at /9j and then 4a blah, blah, blah. So cool. So there's lots of stuff here, but basically I want to get this formatting right. So I fast forwarded over that, but basically I added these two lines here that I already know. I could ask ChatGPT to do it for me, but I did it myself. Basically I set up a variable called image for storage, where I append the kind of prefix that I know I need, the base 64 value, that is what it logged to the console, and then an ending parentheses, which again I know I need, and then I'm using the local storage to set item poster image for storage. So now I should, oh, and then I'm also going to do, oh, I forget how to do it. Okay, let's just ask ChatGPT how to do it. How do I reload the page in JavaScript? It's like window.reload parentheses or something, location.reload. Okay, so let me copy that, and I'm going to reload the page, and this should work. Now you're probably a little lost because I'm kind of going on some assumed knowledge of how my own website works. But the point is, I was able to do this pretty darn quickly, and that's pretty awesome. So let's reload the page, copy the father, paste it in. It works. So now I can paste in an image onto the site, and it's going to put it here. It's going to save it to local storage. So if I reload the page, it's still there. I can copy the fly, paste that in. This is awesome. This is so much easier than doing it through just Google searches and finding Stack Overflow posts where people don't really explain it or have different use cases from you and you don't quite understand the code enough to figure it out. This is really, really awesome. This is really cool. And yeah, I'm going to push this to production in a few minutes. I'm going to make sure everything is fine. You know, you should always check your code when you're pasting from any source, whether it be other humans on Stack Overflow or an AI tool like ChatGPT. But yeah, this is, it's working, and that's really, really awesome. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this video was interesting. If it was, drop a like down below, and I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.